All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Remeisha Shade. I just wanted to get online on our social media pages to let you know that we do have the threat for severe weather rolling through over the next couple of hours. We did have an important change just happen over the last few minutes. We actually had a new severe thunderstorm watch issued for the entire area, I believe, until midnight. So I want to punch that up first and show you what we have going on. We've got a huge severe weather outbreak taking place across the eastern half of Texas. We've got multiple tornado watches in North Texas. We've had reports of possible tornadoes touching down near the Dallas area. In fact, we've had some video coming in. We had reports of a tractor trailer that was kind of turned around. We've had some reports of some roofs being blown off around the Dallas area. So certainly something to watch to see if some of that video does confirm that we actually have had a tornado touching down there. But more importantly, I want to talk about what's happening across Southeast Texas. We do have that new severe thunderstorm watch until midnight. And there it is. It did include the Austin area, San Antonio, but now it does include Houston. So that means we will have conditions that are favorable for the development of these storms that could turn severe. We already have a big squall line developing out ahead of this system, and this cold front will sweep through most likely around 11 p.m. to midnight. But until then, we do have that threat for some severe weather. So I want to give you a closer look where we do have this severe thunderstorm watch. So it does include most of the area. If you are down along the coast, it does not include you. So if you're down around Galveston, Angleton, Bay City, Freeport, Palacios, this severe thunderstorm watch does not include your area. So that is good news. So the severe threat lower the farther south you go. We've been saying that for the last few days. This higher severe threat would be in our northern counties, and we would have a decent severe threat for the city of Houston. So I do want to show you that we do have this severe thunderstorm watch. Let me put that on the map here. And this is going to be until midnight, as I mentioned. It does include College Station. It includes Houston. It includes Pasadena. It includes Sugar Land. And it is going to be until midnight. I think for the Houston area, that threat for severe weather really starts to go up after 9 p.m. I think between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Models are still indicating that line right on top of us around 10 o'clock and then exiting off to the east around 11 o'clock and then likely exiting the entire area by midnight. But I do want to show you this big line of storms pushing through Austin now. We do have a tornado warning with this line just to the west of College Station. And we now have a severe thunderstorm warning for one of our counties. This is going to be for Washington County. And this does include the city of Brenham. So I'm actually going to turn around for a second and I'm going to show you what we have going on in Washington County. And that's where we do have the one severe thunderstorm warning. So I want to show you what is going on there. You can see that big line of storms rolling through Austin. And look at the big drop in temperature. Still close to 80 in Houston, still 75 degrees, but already down to 58 in Austin. So it's going to be a pretty quick drop as this line of storms moves through. But here we go. Here is the severe thunderstorm warning. And this is going to be for Washington County. It does include the city of Brenham. And it's for this line pushing from the west. It's moving into the Austin area now, bringing heavy rain, lightning, strong wind gusts, and the threat for some hail and some 60-mile-per-hour winds. And this line will be pushing into Washington County. Now, the National Weather Service did go ahead and issue the severe thunderstorm warning for Washington County fairly early. They actually are issuing it pretty far ahead of the line moving in. It hasn't even started pushing into Washington County yet, but that is some good news because that gives you some time to prepare, because you want to be prepared for some wind gusts that could be anywhere from 60 to 70 miles per hour. Very heavy rain. It will be brief heavy rain, but some heavy downpours as this line pushes through, and the potential for some lightning that could be dangerous, loud, rowdy thunder as some of you may be trying to get ready for bed and get things ready to head into work tomorrow, and also that threat for maybe a brief tornado. Now, this line is pushing off to the east around 40, 45 miles per hour, so it should reach Lexington around 8:35 and Birch around 9:02. So it is going to be between 9 and 9:30, most likely, that it will be pushing into Brenham. All right, I'm going to clear the screen here and I'm going to stop this and just show you what we have on our radar right now. And I'm going to zoom in and show you that we do have this tornado warning. This is going to be just north of Rockdale in the Cameron area. We do have some rotation that's been showing up there. That's outside of our area, but I do want to scroll back down and show you where we do have this severe thunderstorm warning. And this is going to be for Washington County, and this is for Brenham here. But notice the line of storms is still back between Austin and Cedar Creek, Buda, San Marcos, just to the east of Round Rock. So we're still awaiting this line. So it is going to be likely another 30 to 45 minutes before it reaches the Brenham area. So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning, though, for Washington County. So do anticipate the threat for the heavy rain increasing, the hail, the lightning, and the strong wind gusts. I do want to show you our severe threat map. This is from the Storm Prediction Center, and we are still in that category 2 out of 5 risk for severe storms through about 11 p.m., exiting between 11 p.m. and midnight. Damaging wind, hail, heavy rain, isolated tornadoes will be the main threat. As I mentioned, the highest risk will be to the north. I do want to take you back to our radar in just a minute, but before that, I'm sure some of you are wondering what's happening as far as the timing with this. So I do want to show you our future cast and show you when I expect these storms to move through. And that's going to be the product that I'm going to put up in just a second once this finishes loading and show you what I'm expecting as far as the latest timing of all of this is concerned. So right now in the Houston area and in Southeast Texas, we do just have the one severe thunderstorm warning until 8:45, and that is going to be for Washington County. No severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings for the Houston area, but we do have severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from near Buchholz to Rockdale and to just west of Lexington, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Main threats with this line will be 60 mile per hour wind gusts and some penny-sized hail. All right, so time right now is 8:17 p.m. We're looking at the 8:30 time frame. It looks like this line of storms will be pushing right around Bryan, just to the west of Sealy, pushing into portions of Washington County, so that would include you in Brenham. As we go into the future, right around at 9 to 9:30, even into 10 o'clock, 9:30 to 10, starting to push into Sealy, Conroe, Western Harris County, starting to get some of these storms. So I think between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. for Houston, that's going to be our greatest risk. Right around 10 p.m., notice this line pushing right into western and central portions of Harris County. So, of course, that includes the Houston area. What can you expect? Well, some heavy rain, strong wind gusts, possibly near 60, 65 miles per hour, and some dangerous lightning and the threat for maybe a little hail as well. Tornado threat is low, but it's still there, so we're going to be monitoring these storms for rotation. By 10:30 to 11 o'clock, this line should be pushing into central and eastern portions of Harris County. And then I think between 11 p.m. and midnight, it's pushing down towards the coast and weakening likely as it pushes into less stable air. So it's likely going to be down around Lake Jackson, Galveston, around 11:30. And then by midnight, pushing over into Beaumont and starting to leave us alone. So as we go through the night, by 6, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, as many of you are getting up, maybe gearing up to head out the door to work, maybe drop your kids off at school, go to other various destinations, we are clearing out. So this is a quick moving system. It is going to roll in, hang out with us for a couple of hours, and then it is going to push on out. But until it does, we will have that threat for some of these storms potentially turning severe. So I did want to answer a few questions if we had any. And if we don't have any questions, then I'll just continue to give you an update on what's going on. But definitely keep in mind between now and 11 p.m. especially, that's going to be our highest risk for severe weather. Of course, it is rodeo season. Are you ready to rodeo? Hopefully you are. Maybe you've already been out there. I was out there last Friday. I'm planning on going live out there tomorrow for Black Heritage Day. It should be a fun time, and I'm expecting to have some fun. The weather will be much calmer, that's for sure. But for tonight, if you're heading out to rodeo, I know we've got Lauren Daigle in concert. We've got a lot of fun events going on, a lot of great food. We've got the carnival rides. This weather could impact some of those events. So keep in mind between now and about 11 p.m., there could be some issues, especially with some strong wind gusts. If the wind becomes sustained greater than 35 miles per hour, there could be a scenario where they have to shut down some of those carnival rides. So that's what we're concerned about. So just keep that in mind and make sure you have a way to get warnings. Our Fox 26 weather app is a great way to get warnings. You can download it, turn the alerts on, and if we go under a warning, a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning, you will immediately be alerted, even if it's not a warning, even if it's something significant happening with the weather. We can send out a push alert and immediately notify you of what's happening. So I want to show you an overview once again of what's happening for tonight. Severe thunderstorm watch until midnight if you're just joining us for most of Southeast Texas, except for the coastal areas. It does include the city of Houston. And we do have this big line of storms starting to push out of Austin, and it is heading in our direction. I'm actually going to turn some of this stuff off here, and I'm going to stop the radar from doing a lapse over the last hour because I want to show you exactly where these storms are located. And we've still got a ways to go before they get to the Houston area, but they're still over towards Austin and they are getting closer. But we do have these storms that will continue to push east, and they could continue to be severe as they move into our area. Right now, we're talking about, like I said, the main threats being the 60, 65 mile per hour wind gusts and some penny-sized hail as we go into the next couple of hours. Of course, we've got our late newscast. We've got the first 15 at 9 p.m. We give you all you need to know, the important stuff happening, the important weather happening in the first 15 minutes. And then, of course, we go through 10 p.m. with our 9 to 10 p.m. show. And then, of course, we've got the News Edge late edition at 10 p.m. from 10 to 10:30. And we, of course, will give you the latest on what's happening with the threat for severe weather. I'll be on there giving you the latest updates. For now, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, but just keep in mind that you need to stay alert, stay weather aware, especially between now and 11 p.m. across the Houston area for the possibility of some very strong wind, heavy rain, some dangerous lightning, and possibly a brief tornado. But I think the strong wind gusts will be the main threat. So thank you for joining me. Stay safe out there and enjoy the rodeo if you're heading out there, but be safe in that weather.